Hello and welcome to Gardening with Soule. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about growing some flower bulbs indoors. Now normally I encourage you to plant them outside, and I talk about it, let's see, in this one, the month by month guide. I also in here have a guide to forcing your bulbs. Forcing some bulbs isn't really forcing them. Some bulbs will just perfectly happy to grow and flower inside. And I encourage you, if this is your first time, start with something that'll do that, like narcissus. Now, I happen to know that my house is not quite bright enough. So instead of using a little like bulb pot, that's what this is. See how it has that little narrow neck, and you're supposed to just put the bulb there and let its roots sit in the water and it'll grow. Well, let's do that. Now, these bulbs are small because I got them on sale at one of those, big box stores. If you want some good bulbs, ones that are just really fat and will fit in one of these pots and really easily, go to a nursery. Not a big box store. But so that just the little root is going to be in the water, and I don't have to worry too much. I'm putting some of these decorative marbles down in the bottom. Now, what water am I using? Depending on where you live in the country, tap water can be fine, but I live in a place where in the summer, the tap water is about 80 degrees, which is actually a little bit too hot for these poor little bulbs. And then if you live in North Dakota and in the winter, the water is probably a little too cold for your bulbs. So let it, either way, come to room temperature. And I'm a very thrifty person, so I have this pitcher that when I'm waiting for the water to get hot to wash the dishes or something, it goes into the cold pitcher. And then I use this to water outdoors, and I'm gonna fill my little pot. Too much. We want it just to the top of the marbles so that when we put the bulb down, it's not submerged. You don't want to submerge bulbs. That will drown them. And let's do this out where you can see it. So this is going to grow leaves and flowers, and it's going to be beautiful. Let's see. There. But let's do it where you can see it. So, noise. Oh, too much water again. You want water just to the top of the marbles. To the top of the marbles. And then all you have to do, making sure you can see it, is just set these guys so they're sitting on the top of the marbles. And I'm going to put 3 in here. Maybe you could put more. I think this will be good. And they're going to grow, and the flowers are going to be just about at the top of this vase, which will be really, really nice. Now, other things you can use. I've done it in really shallow, just like cereal bowls with some marbles and my bulbs. So it's really easy to do this, and I'm going to look for the footage where I've done this last year and share with you what it looks like, because they're really pretty and they're fragrant. And it takes them, about 4 to 6 weeks, depending on the variety again. But daffodils, also called narcissus, are excellent for growing indoors. Totally forgot to tell you this. I am wearing my cat earrings, so I would remember to tell you that pretty much most indoor plants are really not safe for pets, particularly cats. There's a number of plants that are toxic to cats, and One of them is not poinsettia, but that's another story, and I do have a YouTube video on that. Poinsettia isn't toxic. It's not going to kill them. It'll just, it's extremely unpleasant. If it gets in their eyes, it can irritate them. But a lot of plants are not at all good to eat. So this is another reason for growing it in this tall vase, so Mr. Kitty can't munch on the leaves, because, yeah, I've come in the room and he's acting guilty. And you're like, okay, what did you do? He probably got on the counter or something that he knew he wasn't supposed to do, and he's acting guilty. But there's no way to tell, right? And you really don't want to tell by finding out him laying on the floor comatose. So definitely keep all your indoor plants out of reach of household pets. Thanks for watching Gardening with Soule.